Welcome to Flying ASRC. Welcome to part 3 of the Onshape Master Series design tutorial. If you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, I recommend you go do that now. Alright, so we're just going to start with that, make a sketch, choose the right plane, and we're going to start making the airfoil. And we're just going to make a corner rectangle. Let's try to make the bottom plate of the skin, basically. That looks about right, 5 millimeters thick. And now we gotta start making the airfoil. When you drag it past, do not let it connect to the bottom plate we made. I'm just trying to get the overall shape. Try to get a decent airfoil. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be close. Now, we're going to make a construction line just to check how thick the airfoil is. That looks about good. Let's do an offset. Bring it out, 5 millimeters. Bam. Just gonna make a line and join up this back bit. There we go. Let's delete this line. And try to join these because they're way off right now. Try to find any constraints and delete them. We want them to join, but we gotta get it to, we may have to just get them close and use a line. To connect them. I'm not an expert, I'm a human, so of course I make mistakes every now and then, but we're just going to join it with a line. Okay. Now we're going to make an offset plane. Choose the right plane. And now, since our wingspan is 1200, we're going to set this to 600 because that'd be 1/2 of the wing, and that's what we're doing right now. We're going to try to grab all these lines. right click it, hit use. There, now we have this bit. So basically we have that sketch, but now on this plane that's 600 millimeters apart. So we're going to select everything. We just want the main, because we're going to do an offset for the foam thickness. So we just want the internal structure basically. So it's the same airfoil throughout. Hit transform. And let's scale it down quite a bit. This is going to be for the wingtip. We're lofting from the wing root to the wingtip. That looks close. Hit offset. Select the two lines. Click and hit 5 millimeters. Perfect. Now let's grab the line tool and join the ends. Finish sketch. Perfect. Now let's go to the loft tool. Make sure it's in solid. Now choose the profiles. I'm just gonna hit sketch 11 to sketch 12. And it's giving us an error. I'm not 100% sure why it's failing, but let's just try again. Change a couple things. Go to sketch 11. And let's do things a little differently this time. So now we just got the main airfoil. Just try to delete that line. Okay. Yeah, so now we've got the airfoil. I'm just going to offset the airfoil. Set it to 5. Just like that. Hit the line tool. And see if this will work better than it did last time. Alright, close that end. Perfect. Alright, let's see if this will work. Making sure that's all one solid body. Perfect. Let's loft again. Make sure it's solid. And select the profiles. And there we go. This time it worked. It's perfect. And as you can see, now we have a wing half. That looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks really good. You can see that's where the 45-degree bevels will be on that line. Okay, let's just bring back this top view sketch and let's check the wing and see how it looks. Try to get the curved shape on the wingtip. As you can see, it's a little far back. I want to bring that tip forwards a little bit. It's like swept. Let's swept back too much. So we're just going to go into sketch 12. Hit transform and move it forward a little bit. Perfect. Alright, let's see how that looks. Let's go to top view, and there. It's not perfect, but it's much better. Not anything you'd really notice when building with foam or anything like that. So that'll work. You can do sketch. Let's choose spline, and let's cut the wing to give it this rounded wingtip instead of a straight wingtip like it's got right now. Just work our way all the way around, using the canvas as a guide. Choose line, and just go around it to close it off. Perfect. Alright, now grab the line tool. Let's start making an aileron. Once again, using the canvas as a baseline for reference. And just carry it to the edge of that, and that'll work. Alright, finish sketch. And let's go ahead and hide this canvas. Okay, now let's extrude. And then let's start with this wingtip. Symmetric. Remove. And we're on thin. We need to change it to solid. Make sure you're on solid. Alright, let's reselect that. And that looks pretty good. As you can see, it cuts it to a rounded wingtip. Now I'm going to bring that sketch back, hit extrude, make sure we're in thin, and select these lines we made for cutting out the aileron. Make sure it's in remove, symmetric, make sure it cuts all the way through, and then let's choose thickness to be 0.01. Perfect. Okay, now we've got our aileron. We can hide that sketch now. Let's go to the bottom and delete this little piece right here because we do not need it. Because aileron is one single piece of foam. It's not double layered, just single layered. Okay, we're going to try to cut the bottom. Great, well, just a tiny amount of underkimber. It's not necessary, it makes it easier to build, and it flies a little gentler. Now let's just pick the top plane. Okay. Just hide plane forward, make it easier. And let's grab a line and let's just cut it off right at the edge of the aileron. Just make a line and drag the box around it. Now we'll cut this bit out right here. That way the aileron has more room. When you fold it over, it's not gonna be the same every time. So you want a little bit of buffer, so to speak, and that's what we're making right now. It's that buffer. Just connect it there. You don't need to make it fancy. You could just draw the line straight over, but I'm just gonna make it like an L shape. go, finish sketch, hit extrude, click solid, and choose this, the part for cutting out the under camber. Hit remove and bring it up. Let's select a merge scope. Okay. Now let's bring it down because we still want the top to have the full rounded wingtip. We just want to cut out the bottom. A little more up. Okay, there, that looks good. Now you see we got that little piece still hanging off, so we can just go to delete part, select that little just floating piece. Okay, gone. As you can see there, we have an under cambered wingtip. Go to extrude, let's bring that sketch back. Now let's select that L piece. Oop, forgot to hit remove. Select our merge scope. Bring it down until it stops. See, we got a problem. It only cuts part way because of the dihedral. It's at an angle. So we're just gonna X that out because we can always go back in 2D after we're done designing this plane and cut that out. It'll be just fine. It's pretty simple to do, and it's not 100% necessary either. Alright, that's looking pretty good. It's looking very good. Now we need to make, yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's just mirror the other side so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Select the aileron and the main wing body. Select a mirror plane. In this case, it's the right plane. And boom, there we go. We got the whole wing. That looks pretty good. As you can see, it follows the path of a normal A6M0 wing pretty well. Looks pretty scale. Let's hide this piece. And let's bring back sketch 11. Alright, let's hide the wing. Make a new sketch, choose the right plane. And let's select the outside curve. Hit use, and do the same with the bottom line. Perfect. So now we gotta join it all together. So let's just make a line. We want to make it parallel. Alright, perfect. Drag it over. There. Now it's one solid piece. Finish sketch. And let's go hide sketch 11 and let's, whoop, not sketch, extrude, and extrude sketch 15. make sure it's in solid, hit remove, symmetric. Let's drag it out. And let's select our merge scope. Yeah, that looks right enough. Alright. Not that skin. But this skin and the hatch skin. Perfect. Comes out on both sides. Finish sketch. Okay, now we will want to delete these bottom pieces because we won't want them. Let's delete that one. The other one is still joined. We got to go fix that. But first, let's cut out these formers. Same sketch. Hit remove. Pull it out and select a merge scope, which we want to be both of these formers. Alright, finish extrude, and there we go. Alright, let's make a sketch. Choose the top plane, and let's just make a little line. Just hide. Just bring the other wing back. And let's zoom in on this. So we just want to cut it basically. So we're just going to make a line, bring it across. Again, that's perfect. Just make sure it's perfectly horizontal. Finish sketch, hit extrude, make sure it's on thin, and select that line. Now it is 5mm thick. That's why it looks like it's extruding in the wrong direction. Let's set the thickness to 0.01. Make sure it's on remove. And bring it up. Looks pretty good. That'll work. And select our merge scope. And it's cutting right through. That little line right there. Perfect. Now we're going to delete part and select this piece. Bingo. So now we got the slot basically. Not really slot, but now the wing will fit in. Now it's formed to the shape of the wing is what I meant by that. That's nice. So the wing. Let's bring back sketch 12 and let's bring back sketch 11 first. Make a new sketch. Just hide all the whole plane. It'll make a whole lot easier to work with. Alright, make a new sketch. Alright, for some reason that doesn't work. Alright, let's just select all the lines. We don't need those. We're just using this for reference. So, use. Perfect. Now let's make a corner rectangle. Let's bring it close to the highest point. Bring it down to the bottom. And let's change this dimension to 5mm. Just like that. We can't select the bottom line because it's basically part of the main sketch, so we're just going to copy, paste, and there we go. Now I've got these two. Let's drag it over until it snaps. Okay, now let's grab a line and join the top. Perfect. And we're going to loft. We're making the spar right now, if I forgot to mention earlier. We're making the spar foam spar would probably be plenty strong, but we can always add plywood reinforcement if we need it. Okay, let's hide that sketch, and hide sketch 11, bring back sketch 12. Make a sketch. Once again, select all pieces, all the lines and splines. You hit use, and we'll do the same thing that we did with the other part. Basically the highest point nearly. We want it close because it's a double spar, double thickness. We can always go triple thickness if we want, but we can always do that in a 2D in Inkscape, whatever you're using. Okay, we're just doing the same thing. Bring the line over the top. Bingo. Alright, finish sketch. Bring back, let's bring back sketch 17. Perfect. Now let's go to loft. Solid. Let's select the two right sides, and we've got an error showing up. Cannot determine loft direction. Oh, that's my bad. I put on the wrong plane. Put sketch 18 on the wrong plane. So it's going to double click sketch 18. Delete the right plane. We don't want to use that. And let's select the plane we made earlier. We just got to find it. Plane 4. And I passed it. There it is, plane 4. And there we go. And now what it did is it brought it out 600 millimeters. So now it knows which direction the loft to. And there you go. That's perfect. Let's do that again. Bring back sketch 18. Choose that rectangle. Bam. Hide the sketches. That's pretty good. Let's redo loft 8 and make sure it's on new this time instead of add. We want it's 2 pieces from not 1. And there you go. Now as you can see, it extends way far out on the wingtip. So what we're gonna do is bring back that other sketch. Alright. Okay, so let's bring back that sketch we used to set the under camber. Sketch 14. Hit extrude. And we're on thin again. We gotta set it to solid. Select that. Make sure it's on remove. And let's just cut straight through the formers. Set our merge scope to these two, not formers before, the spars. Sorry. Alright. Set mirror. Select the spars. Hit mirror plane and choose the right plane. Alright. And now we've got spars on both sides. As you can see, there's our spars. It's looking pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to talk about a servo location. Now on the wing, we'll cut that out in 2D, just because I'm too lazy to do it right now. We could do that in 3D, but I don't want to. Now as far as for the back, for the elevator and rudder, they're just gonna sit right in the center pod. As you can see, the rudder line will go in between that gap, the control rod. For the elevator, it'll go through the bottom. Right, let's just hide the skin to make it easier to see. So we'll probably just cut a hole in the top of the center pod for the rudder, and the elevator will just sit in the bottom. Perfect. Now let's just hide all these for aesthetics, because we are about done. we won't need them anymore. Yep, that's it. And that is how you design Master Series FoamBoard RC airplanes in Onshape. Thank you all for watching very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.